Nigel, it's a pleasure to finally have you on the Gym Rats podcast, man. How's everything going?
Everything's great. How are you?
Pretty good. I was talking to your coach, Jamal Howe, and he told me how you had a triple-double in Peach Jam. How was that feeling for you?
It was great. I didn't know that nobody else had ever recorded a triple-double in Peach Jam, so it's kind of special to be the only one that ever done it. It shows coaches and everything that I'm very versatile, not able to only score, but able to rebound and get assists too. And we was able to get the W too, which was really good. So
that's sweet. How would you describe your game for the audience who may never saw you play before?
I can score from all three levels, so I'm really a scorer, a facilitator as well. I'm a leader on the court. I can rebound, get down to dirty plays. I can sit down and play defense. So I'm really that all-around guy that every team usually needs on their squad.
I appreciate that because I saw your clips. You play with poise. You could read the defense. You could spot out your shooters, and you get people involved. Who are those people who helped, evolved your game to where it is today?
My trainers and my dad. Big shout out to my dad. He's been working with me since a really young age, helping me not only with the physical part of the game, but the mental part as well. And a big shout out to M14 Hoops. They put in countless hours in the gym with me. Just give me that outside look of something that I might not have thought of or my dad might have thought of, just to give me an extra boost. So shout out to really both of them.
I know during this pandemic, it's tough for us to get in the gym.
Right.
What's been your workout routine so far? Have you been able to work out or you just been getting it in at the crib?
I've really been getting it at the crib, and I usually go to an outdoor court or something that I can find. That's usually by myself. I usually try to get with my trainer there. But usually I just lift and stuff downstairs in my basement, and then I go outside and play.
I just bought some tools myself to get it in because I don't know when the next time. They're talking about the end of May, beginning of June. So it's just who knows. How did you cross paths with Jamal Howe and those guys at Gym Rats?
I knew Coach Delaney for a while.
Okay, shout out to Coach Delaney.
Right, shout out to him just because he coaches at Cathedral, big-time rival in the same sectional. Indy Heat has reached out to my dad for 2 years. They were talking about, coming to the EYBL. The first year, I ended up playing Adidas again. The second year, I was like, why not? The EYBL is, one of the top circuits. So I wanted to try it for myself, and then I ended up meeting all the guys, and I really, they made my last year at AAU very enjoyable.
That's super. What was that EYBL experience like for you? Because I joined our first circuit was in 2011. That was our first circuit. So what was that experience like for you playing in the EYBL?
Man, it's ridiculous. All the crowds, all the people that loves to watch you play, the college coaches surrounding the courts, the athleticism of other players, and, the hype around them, being able to see all the guys that, you can get on YouTube and check out, people that, love to watch, being able to play against them, just like a different feeling. It really shows you where you're at, where your game's at, just be able to play the top players in the country, it gets you ready for, the college level.
What was your favorite circuit that you went to? In which state?
I like Peach Jam the most.
Okay, in Atlanta. Well, in Augusta, Georgia?
Yep.
How would you explain it for the audience who've never been to Peach Jam?
It's like a state championship each game. Even though the gyms are not as big as a state championship would be, they make it small and condensed, which really makes it really live. Any nice play that you do, you get a whole bunch of oohs and ahs. College coaches surrounding the court. Everybody's there to watch you. It's just like a great feeling, and then, you got your teammates and everything beside you. We're all hyped, ready to go. It's like, something that you can't prepare for really, but it's an amazing experience. And I'm glad I got to, experience it.
Was there a specific team that you wanted to go against? Who were some of those players that you went up against and you were like, man, this kid's tough?
Every team that we played had somebody that was really, really good, either if I knew them or I didn't. Guys like I know who they are, like Sharif Cooper and Jalen Green, people like that. We know who those guys are. So, those are the games that you really were hyped for to play, just because they're top ranked in our class, which puts a really big target on their back. So, I bet the whole team was excited to play those guys, and East Game and Peace Jam, we were very excited to play.
What's the gear like? Because, like I said, when I was playing, dude, I only got a sweatsuit and a backpack. Man, how much gear do they give you guys now?
Man, it's ridiculous how much gear I got this year. Just Nike stuff. Indy Heat gave me 2-3 pair of shoes. Actually, they gave me 3 shoes as soon as we started, so about 5 pair of shoes, really, just from them.
Right.
EYBL gave us 3 pairs. We got backpack, hoodies, jumpsuits, everything you can think of.
Yeah. Who are some of those players that you you look up to and you admire their game?
I mean, I respect everybody's game, really. There's nobody I can talk down about. There's always something I can learn from each player's game. So really everybody I play against, I respect them with a amount of respect, but it doesn't, take away from my competitiveness and me wanting to go at them and things like that. But there's always a level of respect for them.
No question. Like in the NBA, like who are some guys that you watch highlight tapes on?
Damian Lillard. He's
Nice.
my favorite guard in the league. I like watching James Harden as well. And then LeBron James, he's my favorite player.
Have you saw him at the EYBL?
I did. I seen Bronny, or it was just Bronny. One of the two. I don't think he was there, but I think I definitely seen Bronny.
How was that like? Like I said, I've never saw Bron. Only saw his highlights. But what is it like seeing Bronny and all the people that surround that game like?
It's just it's a crazy atmosphere. Even I think maybe LeBron did peak in our game. I mean, it was just it's crazy to see one of your favorite basketball player ever at your basketball game, just sitting there checking it out and things like that. It's just like I don't know, something I can't really explain. It's just
you just got to be there.
Yeah, that I had.
I was starstruck when I saw John Wall, and he came, and we had it in LAX, and we playing against the family, and I'm like, man, I go John Wall. I was at the free throw line, and I was starstruck, But to see the type of people that's at the game,
right?
I'm like, I play with you on 2K. Now I see you in person.
Right.
It doesn't get a better feeling than that, Nigel. What you played in Indianapolis.
Mm-hmm.
Highly under-recruited. What's that chip on your shoulder like now that you committed to Kansas State and going in moving forward?
I mean, there's still going to be a chip, just knowing that there's still things that I need to accomplish just in basketball in general. There was a big chip going into the EYBL, knowing that I was under-recruited, knowing how much talent that my coaches told me that I had, my trainers, and everybody telling me around me, man, you're better than this. You still got more levels to go. So I was like, yeah. So that really gave me, the boost and put that chip on to go out every game, and put my name out there. So going to Kansas State, I'm still not very well known. I'm well known around the Indianapolis area and the Kansas State area, but I want to get known nation and worldwide.
Absolutely. I keep that same chip on my shoulder when I play. Like I played at DePaul in the Big East, and I had to go to JUCO, and then I finished out at Morehead State in Kentucky, which I think Belmont was on your radar too. So I was in the same conference as Belmont, but I feel you with the chip on your shoulder. What all led to your decision to go to K-State?
Me taking that visit really did a lot for me. At first I was kind of thinking they're a little far. I don't want to maybe go so far from home. But taking that visit, it really gave me and it showed me everything I needed to see. The coaches and everything were very supportive. Coach Weber's a great coach.
Shout out to Coach Weber.
Man, great guy. Big 12 conference is one of the best top 5 conferences in the country. So if you're able to perform and do well in that conference, you can be able to take your game to the next level. And that's something I definitely want to do. And
wrapping things up, Nigel, who are those people who shaped you to be the person you are today, just really influenced you?
First off, I got to thank God for blessing me with the talent and, amazing parents and this atmosphere that's put me around. Secondly, big shout out to Indy Heat, giving me the opportunity to go out and play, giving me confidence. Like all the coaches, I still keep in touch with a couple of them. Just, they're great guys. Even though they were my coaches, they're kind of, like friends, really. I can ask them for anything, and I guarantee they'll probably do their best to give it to me or give it to me. Really big shout out to them. Shout out to my trainers, and shout out to my parents and my family for making sacrifices for me. Really,
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Yes,
No,
sir.
I appreciate it, Nigel. Just you coming on a podcast, man, and just giving us some insight about who you are. Because with the podcast, man, we're just trying to show the people who cross paths with gym rats and what gym rats could do for you, just life outside of basketball. So I appreciate you just coming on, bro, and sharing your story.
No problem.